The Pokémon universe is packed with deep lore, everything from ancient Pokémon wars to the idea of a literal Pokémon multiverse. Legendary Pokémon always seem to sit at the heart of these stories. So today, we're going to walk through every major legendary and mythical Pokémon that shapes the Pokémon timeline. Let's connect the dots and see how everything fits together. Start at the very beginning, the creation of the Pokémon universe. There was nothing at first, just an endless void. But then, a single egg appeared. From this egg hatched Arceus, the ultimate being. Arceus wielded unimaginable power, using it to shape the universe itself. It created 3 original Pokémon: Dialga, the god of time, Palkia, the god of space, and Giratina, the god of antimatter. These 3 existed for a while, but they looked very different from how they do now. Arceus only appears as it does today because we can't perceive its true form. Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina also have their original origin forms, which only appear when they hold their respective items. As the universe formed, Arceus grew wary of Giratina. This Pokémon was wild and chaotic, bringing distortion and disorder wherever it went. As punishment, Arceus banished Giratina to the Distortion World, a strange dimension where space and time don't flow normally, and only Giratina rules. After this, Arceus created 3 more Pokémon: Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf. These beings were meant to bring knowledge, emotion, and willpower to humanity. With all these pieces in place, the Pokémon universe was truly born. Now, let's move into the prehistoric era. Mew is said to have a genetic link to every Pokémon. It's unclear exactly when Mew arrived, but it was definitely around this time. Meanwhile, Kyogre rose from the oceans and created the seas, while its counterpart, Groudon, emerged from magma and formed the land masses. These 2 Pokémon clashed often, especially after a powerful meteor struck the planet. This meteor contained the energy that would later be responsible for Mega Evolution. Kyogre and Groudon kept fighting until Rayquaza descended from space in its Mega form. Rayquaza defeated both, sealing Kyogre in the ocean and Groudon deep within the earth. Rayquaza is a legendary Pokémon from space, surviving on small meteors and able to Mega Evolve. Back on Earth, the continents were just scattered piles of land and water. That's when Regigigas emerged and began shaping the world as we know it. As Regigigas dragged the continents into place, it created 5 more Pokémon in its image: Regirock, Regice, Registeel, Regieleki, and Regidrago. These Pokémon were so powerful that ancient civilizations sealed them away, fearing their strength. Later, another alien Pokémon arrived by meteor, Eternatus. It brought Dynamax energy to the Galar region. Zacian and Zamazenta joined forces and sealed Eternatus away. Meanwhile, Giratina wasn't done yet. Teaming up with a trainer named Volo, Giratina tried to disrupt the universe's balance, but a trainer from the future stopped them. Since then, Giratina hasn't made any more attempts to upset the balance. Fast forward to modern times. Humans became fascinated by Mew and wanted to create their own god among men. Team Rocket's scientists succeeded in making Mewtwo, the first man-made Pokémon. But Mewtwo was too powerful and unstable, angry at being treated like an experiment. It destroyed its lab and wandered the Earth, searching for its purpose. In the Kanto region, the legendary birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres maintain the balance of elements. When they fight, chaos spreads across the region. Lugia, from the 2nd generation, acts as a mediator, calming the birds and restoring balance. Lugia's counterpart is Ho-Oh. This legendary Pokémon is said to grant eternal life and manages its own trio, the legendary beasts. In Johto, there was a brass tower that burned down, killing 3 Pokémon inside. Ho-Oh resurrected them, turning them into Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. However, people feared the revived Pokémon and banished them. The last mythical Pokémon in Johto is Celebi, the time-traveling guardian that protects nature and helps plants flourish. Celebi isn't bound to any time period and can travel through history. Another mythical Pokémon, Jirachi, awakens every 1,000 years to grant wishes. It's rare and mysterious. Manaphy and Phione are mythical Pokémon with the unique ability to breed and create Phione eggs. Cresselia and Darkrai are linked by lore. Darkrai brings nightmares and chaos, while Cresselia brings hope and tranquility, balancing each other out. Heatran guards magma and volcanic energy, while Shaman helps with natural growth and can fly in its sky form. In Unova, Reshiram and Zekrom were once a single dragon Pokémon. two brothers had different visions for the region, causing the dragon to split. The leftover pieces became Kyurem, which confused with either Reshiram or Zekrom to try to become whole again. Unova also has weather-controlling trios, Tornadus, Thunderous, and Landorus, and the Swords of Justice, who protect Pokémon and humans. Victini, Meloetta, and Genesect were also introduced here, but they aren't central to the creation lore. Victini brings victory to trainers who befriend it. In Kalos, Xerneas is the Pokémon of life, spreading creation and rebirth. Myth says it turns into a tree and sleeps for thousands of years. Its counterpart, Yveltal, is the Pokémon of destruction, absorbing life energy. When Yveltal dies, everything around it dies too. Zygarde is the most important Pokémon here, embodying the ecosystem itself. When life and death are out of balance, Zygarde appears in different forms to restore order. Once its duty is done, Zygarde splits apart and hides until it's needed again. In the 7th generation, Ultra Space was introduced, the realm of light and darkness. Cosmog was born there from cosmic energy and evolves into either Solgaleo, the sun, or Lunala, the moon. Solgaleo brings life to worlds, while Lunala represents death and rebirth. Necrozma, once the guardian of light, lost its power and now relies on Solgaleo or Lunala to restore it. Necrozma's story is tragic, as it's in constant pain without its light. In Paldea, Koraidon and Miraidon represent the ancient past and distant future, introducing Paradox Pokémon. Tatsugiri is another Pokémon from this region, said to be the last survivor of its kind, able to crystallize its body to survive extinction. Tatsugiri is also the source of terrestrial energy, letting Pokémon transform into any type. If you're loving this deep dive into Pokémon lore, don't forget to subscribe to Retro Frames for more epic stories, legendary breakdowns, and behind-the-scenes insights from the Pokémon universe. We've covered the major legendary and mythical Pokémon, from creation to the latest games. There are a few I missed, like Zeraora, but their stories will likely expand in future Pokémon games, just like Mega Evolution. For even more secrets and hidden lore, check out the video on your screen. I break down everything in detail.